it's like, how do you bring everything together? You need a forecast. On the basis of your forecast, you plan your cash flows. If anything tips, the whole thing just go haywire. So it's very critical that you capture the real-time data.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fakhir. Thank you so much for having us here today with you. Before we start, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, your experiential background, and what MBAL does, and how long you and MBAL have been in the real estate industry?
Oh, I go way back with Mustafa bin Abdul Latif Investments. It's almost been 28 years now.
Wow.
that I've been working with them. The company operates on 4 verticals at the moment. It's trading, real estate, investments, and manufacturing. Plus, we have a family office as well. So we have a mix of both residential, leasehold, freehold, and commercial properties as well.
Perfect. So you've got it covered in terms of the real estate landscape in Dubai. You have a
both.
hand in each of
you take showrooms, apartments, you detached villas. Every day we're just looking, okay, where do we go next when it comes to real estate development?
Awesome. Mr. Fakhir, as the Chief Operating Officer of Mustafa bin Abdul Latif, how do you see technology solving some of the challenges that you face today?
In terms of any development environment, when you're developing real estate, the biggest challenge is to get access to the real-time data. And when I talk about real-time data, you're talking about financial data. You have X amount of softwares out there, and we deploy the best which is out there. But because you need to see how fast you capture as to what your cash outlays are, and how fast they can forecast in terms of what's going to be the revenue spend, what's going to be the expenses, what contingency plan, everything else. So to me, that's the biggest thing for me. Real-time financial data which should be available to any developer, or for that matter, for any investment company. We have deployed the best which is out there in terms of capturing real-time data. But of course, it's only as good as what my team does as an input in those software. But yes, that's what we are looking at, capturing real-time data when it comes to any development project.
So you mentioned that you need real-time data, and that's something that is the biggest challenge from an operational standpoint. Where does your data currently sit? Is it in a unified source, or is the data scattered in silos?
That's a very interesting question. Like any organization, you have multiple sources of data. Yes, ideally, we would want everything to be at one point, one source, but unfortunately, that doesn't happen. You have to kind of plug and play, get a source from here, get a source from there, and then you have to compile. And that's the tricky bit. Compilation of the data is the biggest challenge. And when you're compiling, then of course you're looking at the authenticity of the data as well. You need to make sure what you're compiling or what your team is compiling, everything is there up to the mark and up to the standards. So yes, my biggest challenge right now is making sure that when the data is pulled in from different sources, it's accurate, it's reliable, and it's timely. So
that's critical.
Yeah, that's very critical, the accuracy of the data, and you have to make sure that everything has been captured.
So from an operational standpoint, do you see any gaps between your sales, finance, and operations team that could be slowing down decision making?
It's an operational cycle. You start with sales, you have the back end, you have the finance team, they have to collect all the sales data, bring up the sales forecasts, look at the cash flows. It's just integration of all that data. And let's not forget about the compliance as well. So operationally, yes, it's like, how do you bring everything together? You need a forecast. On the basis of your forecast, you plan your cash flows. If anything tips, the whole thing just go haywire. So it's very critical that you capture the real-time data from your sales team. Then you have a forecast and you have a budget. So you keep updating it as you go along. And the most critical thing is, how reliable is that data? You can't shoot arrows in the air. You have to have substance to make sure that going forward, everything is pulled together. Because at the end of the year, when you're preparing your books for the auditors, everything should be there. And that's the biggest challenge. How do you make the wheel run smoothly, given there are so many different operations? You have the sales team, you have the finance team, you have the HR admin team. So everything has to come together real time, quickly, efficiently, and reliably.
Mr. Fakhir, you have brought in an interesting point. The real-time data insights is what of utmost importance. This is where our property management solution, an integrated solution, where the system brings in the data from your different applications, This will address reducing the compliance risk as well as giving you quicker turnaround time in terms of giving you the accurate cash flow forecast, because the revenues are recognized when the milestones are met or at the time of contract signatures itself. So you don't have to wait for your teams to compile a lot of data from Excel sheets or silos of different applications. By using our solution, which is Property 365, which integrates your core ERP modules, be it Dynamics 365, finance and operations, or any other ERP that you might have in your own organization. This will help you to facilitate faster decision making, reduce compliance risk.
Let's say, bang, day one, I start selling my units. As soon as the sales contracts are issued,
Your
it
finance
captures
gets
all the
yes,
data.
yes.
But against that data, I have a contractor consultants program. If the project is going to last 18 months, they give me each and every where the payments have to be made. Usually the trick is, okay, there's revenue recognition, and how does it match the payments to be made to the contractor or XYZ partners, who are doing it.
Exactly.
So it just brings everything together.
So this is where the solution that we are talking about is developed on top of Microsoft, right? Microsoft as a core platform addressing the operational cycles, that is your sales operational data like Happy Tenant, right? The solution will take care of your sales leasing cycles, and it is seamlessly integrated to your financial system. The financial system is here. Microsoft Finance and Operations is the financial system, for example. If it is the financial system, it pushes the real-time data without any hassle.
Makes absolute sense. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Fakhir, and we wish you all the success continuing. I believe that Mr. Latif passed their 100-year mark last year.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yes.
We
So
did.
here's to another 100 years, inshallah.
Thank you so much, inshallah.
It was
Thank
a
you for
pleasure.
having me here.
Thank you.
Thank you.